Hello, good people. System had a hiccup. I don't know what the heck happened. Hopefully I didn't lose all you. Let's see, where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Are we there? Brother, can you see me? Damn. Fudge sickles. Let's see, where are we? Where are we? I may have to redo the stream here. Let's see. Are we there? Are we there? Damn. We lost everybody. Damn it. Okay. Wait a minute. Let's see. Boy, sorry guys. The system crashed, and I don't know what happened. I literally don't know what happened. This was crazy. Welcome back. I guess the other stream is still out there somewhere. Holy moly, hang on. Jeez, I'm having a rough time. Forgive me here. It's going to take a second to get this back up and running on here. Everybody. I had a hiccup that just went out. It just cut the screen. Let's see if I've got it back now. Let's see. Okay. I'm live again. I don't know what happened. Well, I turned on the system over to go over on the other side, and the shit just went crazy on me. It just dropped down. So hopefully, it was too much. Some of those comments were just too much. No, I was changing. What I was going to do was I was going to go over there to go ahead and do the stream. And when I turned on the other monitors over there, I guess it got a spike and it left. Your last video streamed 3 minutes ago. Yeah, well, that one, hopefully everybody comes back over here. That one's ended. So welcome to the new stream where we're back at cutting. So if you're just tuning in, we had so many of you great fans that were in here. We had over 700 and some people in here. We had the poll up here on whether or not we should sign Cam Newton. And that's what happens when you don't bring your heavy hitters. Well, that's what happens when Cowboys start doing this shit early in the morning, Roz. I wasn't ready. I was like, oh, okay, I'll do my morning video and then I'll, chill out and get some stuff done. And then all of a sudden, boom, the Cowboys start cutting everybody at 9 o'clock in the morning with Ben DiNucci. And so it's like, oh, shit. Then I had to go ahead and do this.
For us today, and we will leave you with I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
This shit sucks.
And thing sucks.
There we go.
5, 4, 3. That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away. All right.
So while we're doing this, what I should have done was I should have set it up on the other side. I tell you what, I'm going to move locations here, guys. Okay. Don't go anywhere. I'm just going to go to the other desk over here. And what we'll do is we'll do some stuff for your entertainment. Okay. We will entertain you for a second with We'll entertain. Yeah. Well, here, while I exchange over, let's go back to some of the Dallas Cowboys history here. I think
Jimmy Johnson, let me first say congratulations on getting into the Hall of Fame. Watching that live on television, that raw emotion was just beautiful. I have so many questions for you. I think about the only way I could get them in is to get a cooler of beer and head out and go fishing with you.
Right, Mark.
But leaving the University of Miami and coming to the Dallas Cowboys, and at that time they were basically broke, busted, and thoroughly disgusting to watch. Having gone from the pinnacle down to the depths, what was that like? And the second part of this question would be, played football at JMU with Charles Haley, and knowing the character that he is and all the personalities that you had with the Cowboys, how were you able to mold them and keep them focused on the grand prize, which was winning?
Well, first of all, people look back on it and they say it was an easy decision to leave University of Miami. But we had gone through 4 straight seasons where we played a national schedule and been on national television every other week and only lost 2 regular season games. And so we had a powerhouse football team, and I knew it was going to continue that way because we had a great, group of talent. And then going to Dallas, Tom Landry is one of the greatest coaches of all time.
Mm-hmm.
But they had 3 straight losing seasons. They were at the bottom of the NFL at 3-13 because they just didn't have any talent. And and obviously there were some older players that helped us, in winning our Super Bowls. But a lot of it had to do with, I brought in Tony Wise, my offensive line coach, and he put together what is considered one of the greatest offensive lines in NFL history. But he did it with a free agent defensive tackle, Mark Tuinei, at left tackle. He did it with a left guard where the previous staff said get rid of him because he was too fat, Nate Newton. We took a 3rd round pick, 245-pound offensive guard. I asked Tony, I said, can you convert him to a center? He said, I'll make him into a center. So we moved Stepnoski to center. And then we took a 7th round pick, Kevin Gogan, who had struggled his early years. We moved him to guard and took a 3rd round pick, Eric Williams, at right tackle. So, those players hadn't developed, but Tony Wise was able to develop them into a great offensive line. And so, the combination of having some great assistant coaches and acquiring a lot of talent with 51 trades in 5 years, we were able to win that Super Bowl. So it was a great feeling.
Thank you very much on that.
I'll follow up about Charles Haley.
Yes, he was a character.
He was a character, but he is one of my favorites. Charles and I developed a great relationship after a few rocky roads there early in his career at Dallas. We had a couple of run-ins, but we really got together. Really, he came in my office after I had berated him a couple of times at one of the ball games. And he said, Coach, he said, if you will just get on to me one-on-one in your office, he said, I'll do anything in the world for you. I love playing for you. He said, but just don't embarrass me in front of the other players. And I said, Charles, I may not always be able to do that, but I'll try. But from that time forward, we had a great relationship, and he was a big part of us winning Super Bowls.
Thank you very much. And how about them Cowboys?
I should have trademarked
that.
James Harris.
Okay. All right. Had to switch up on you guys. I appreciate you guys bearing with me. We had a hiccup, of course. The system went down, and we done lost everybody, but hopefully people will come back. This is awesome. Well, we're I don't know about awesome. It was awesome until we got the crash. That kind of killed it for us here. But we are back, and looks like it's going to be a long day. I might need to get a bottle. This might be a day to go ahead and have a few drinks. All right, so let's see if I got everything working the way it should be. I shouldn't have messed. I should have stayed right where I was. Alan Williams, how are you doing? Cancel that. What the heck? Okay. Breaking news, Mark got hired by Bleacher Report. Yeah, okay, that's not happening. As nice as that sounds, Bleacher Report isn't hiring me. Okay, all right, so we're back. So we're starting all over, unfortunately, from where we were. We had 700 some odd people that were in here to check on the Dallas Cowboys. Hey, in Philadelphia, I don't know why you're up in here checking on the Cowboys. Shouldn't you be checking up on the Eagles? I mean, you do have a pro football team, right? You might want to find out what they're doing. Sephiro, Gina, what's up? Oh, damn. I didn't get everything that I was supposed to have over here. Fuck. Let's go get Cam. Oh, that's right. Let me do that poll again. We were at 66% saying to get Cam Newton. All right, we're putting that back up here. So that will be the question. Should the Cowboys get Cam? Cam. Oh, Cam. Yes, Alan Williams. They did cut Cam Newton. That kind of surprised me. Had surgery yesterday, so I'm with you. David, I hope you're okay, man. Eagles are trash. We all agree with that. Comeback player of the year, go get Cam. Okay, now, let's be clear here because we know how some of our Cowboys faithful are. They will say, let's get Cam Newton and we don't need Dak Prescott. That's not the case. You have Cam in case something happens to Dak Prescott, okay? Well, Philadelphia, you definitely keeping them close. Yeah, you're about as close as a mother humper because your ass is always here, bro. I wouldn't mind Cam. I wouldn't mind Cam as a backup. He's definitely better than who we have currently. Definitely better than who we have currently. All right. So what we're going to do, I messed this up. We had quite a few super chats this morning, and this is going to be the Cuts Day drawing. And I need a bowl. I need a bowl to put this in here. Let me go get a bowl. And not that. I know what some of y'all saying, ooh, he's smoking a bowl. We're going to go ahead, since in honor of Philadelphia, we'll do this while I go grab a bowl to put these in.
I fire Howie. Fucking fire him. Motherfucker! Stupid motherfucker! What an idiot! What an idiot! Dallas has Amari Cooper and Gallup, but we don't need a receiver. Are you kidding me? I don't want Justin Jefferson. He's ass. He's stupid. I fire his ass. I fire his ass. I mean, Howie's got to be stupid. What are you doing? You just let Dallas take him.
Yeah, there's Philly 500 there. There we go. All right, so I'm checking the Twitter wire here and making sure we're not missing anything. What we're going to do, because we've had so many super chats this morning, we're going to do a special drawing here. I said 11:30 when I was on there, but I'm going to wait a little bit longer because I got to fold up all these things. If you're just tuning in, if you're just waking up, it would make more sense for Cam to go back to Washington. I would agree that he would fit in best there. The question is, does Ron Rivera want him? Miami makes too much sense for Cam. Cam to the Cowboys. Lassay, and hopefully I got it right today, Lassay. As a backup, it would be great, but Cam Newton would probably be looking for a place that he could get a chance. But you'll remember last year, when he was trying to sign. He didn't have a lot of, he was a free agent for a long time. So it makes more sense for Carolina. He would definitely be better than Sam Darnold, but I don't know that to run the same offense they had before. Cam to the Texans. You know what? I think he might he might pull a Joe Looney on that one and say, you know what? I think I'll retire instead of going to that garbage. Cam would cause distractions for the Cowboys. You might be right on that. That is a possibility. I won't say that he will or won't, but that's a possibility. But it doesn't matter with the Cowboys. Cam would, I tell you what, Cam Newton, here's the thing. You may say Cam is washed up. Cam has never had an offense like he has here. Cam has never had an offensive line. Cam Newton has had the shit beat out of him. That might be a case like where you had Randall Cunningham with the Eagles who got beat down, and he went to Minnesota and had an incredible year. Or if you think about Doug Williams with Tampa Bay, he goes to Washington with an offensive-minded coach and a good team and wins the Super Bowl. I'm getting you right here. Well, thank you, Mark Holmes Mullet. I got to get you another one in here. My system blew up this morning. It crashed, and so I had to unfortunately restart the stream. Fix Cam Newton. Now he'd have to get a vaccine because I believe the Cowboys are 100% vaccinated, and that might be the reason why he's not vaccinated. That might be the reason why Bill Belichick got rid of him, because he doesn't like to have too many, distractions. And this is actually, you thinking about Tom Brady. One of the reasons why Tom Brady left was he wanted to have a little more freedom, and you can see the difference in Cam Newton now having a little freedom, and he's seemingly having more fun. Who would I take? Winston or I take Cam Newton. Philly 500 is signed to a max deal. Got you covered, Joanne. I wouldn't want unvaccinated players. Zen, I agree with you on that. And that it might be one of those things that you look differently when you don't have options. Randall N. Shout out to Randall N. We're going to be, y'all ain't wasting no time today. How do I get a Joe Barty? I have them actually on my website, cowboyjoeboo.com. And what we're going to do right now, these are all the people who've done super chats this morning. I appreciate that. You're definitely helping the channel grow and so on. We're going to end up doing a couple of those today as giveaways. I'm going to do one here in a few minutes or so. Make Cam a Cowboy. Well, Cam would have to understand that you would be signed as a backup. He probably will look for opportunities to be a starter first and see if that's there. Juwan Hardy will be going to practice squad. Probably a lot of the guys that have been cut right now, I think, could end up being on the practice squad. You got that right. Let's see. Cut-offs now. Let's see. Let me see. Cuts. All right, so here is the complete list thus far. Are you guys ready? Truman Guy. What's up, Truman Guy? Truman Guy. I'm seeing a lot of new people in here. Definitely hit the subscribe button, help a brother out and be part of the show. Let me push this. See if you guys can see this. Okay. This is the cut list as of now. Ben DiNucci, Garrett Gilbert, Darian Thompson, Stephen Parker, Tyler Cole, Rondell Carter, Eric Smith, Alan. Let me see if I can see if this will grow. Oris Mitchell. Shit. Damn. Okay, that's as big as I can get it. Shit. Jawan Hardy, Bradley James, Brandon Knox, Dante Burton, and Brandon Smith, and Johnny Dixon. That's the list right now. So that's where we are. Drew Schwartz. Who are the cuts? Okay, it's right here. It's up in the corner. Can you guys read that? Drew Schwartz. That's what I've got thus far. Isaac Alakun is instantly a practice squad player because the international rules basically have an exemption. So he's cut, but he's a practice squad. Cam definitely gets you some depth. You know, if your whole thing is you know what, we want to be the best team that we can possibly be, I think Cam Newton helps you to do that. As Cam Newton as a backup, come on. You can't tell me that Cam Newton does not make us a better team if Dak goes down. Mean Mug 44, what's up? The question would be more than anything else would he want to be a backup? That's the first thing. The second question is, does he have any options other than being a backup quarterback? That's the big question. You know, there's some bad quarterback play out there. Thoughts on dirty players who might target injury? Well, you know, when you heard Bart Scott, you know, literally say, you know, I'm a dirty player and I would target it. Yeah, that there are those guys that would do that kind of thing. Hang on, just doing something here. Let me see if I can find this. David Puno. What's up, David? You know, it's funny how much Bart Scott hates Dak Prescott. Let me see. I can't find the clip. But, you know, there always are dirty players out there that will try and do that. And quite frankly, in watching, I don't want to say a team is dirty, but if you watch the Washington football team, the way they were tackling, J.K. Dobbins, you know, you see them hitting guys really low. And that may be partially because they're not trying to get penalties for, you know, helmet to helmet. But they went really low on J.K. Dobbins, and they had a lot of tackles that ended up being really low to the point where you have to start saying, is this by accident or is this the way they're being taught? So, yeah, there will be guys that target Dak Prescott. You know that's going to happen. Jerry to Cam, well, yeah, Angel, yeah, well, you know, Cam, Dak's shoulder is a little sore. You never know what might happen. Cowboys rated the third best team by ESPN. You know, this is the love-hate that we get with the Cowboys. It's funny because they'll go through and tell us the Cowboys are trash 1 minute, and then the next minute they go through and like, oh, the Cowboys are great. And so it sets up expectations that you just can't keep up with. That's what kind of drives you crazy, at least drives me kind of crazy. Sure, I've been trying to motivate this team for 26 years and still don't get okay. 16 cuts as of now, thus far. And let's see. Let's check around. Cam Newton, of course, is the big cut that's out there. I don't see too much else as of yet. Teams are not wasting time today. It is going to be a long day. Mike is off? My mic is not off. Brother, my mic's not. My mic's not off. You sure about that? I don't think so, bro. Cam will reunite with Rivera. I don't know. Mac Jones will be a week 1 starter. Oh, here we go. According to Jolena Anderson, my understanding is Dallas Cowboys will do their due diligence in reviewing quarterback Cameron Newton's newfound availability. We look at it across the board as additional talents hit the market, including today. Oh, shit. Shots fired. Shots fired here, guys. Interesting. Yeah, guys. Cam Newton cut. Okay, let me push this up in here, okay? As we search the wires here. Boom. This isn't me. Can y'all, brother, can you see that? Can you see that? My understanding is the Dallas Cowboys will do their due diligence in reviewing Cam Newton's fan availability per sources. We will look at it across the board with additional talent hitting the market, including today. Oh, well, Bernie, why? You know what, Bernie? Would you like a job? Because I could use some extra help. You see, I got to be the coffee man. You know, I ain't got nobody to get me any coffee. I'm the audio visual guy here because I had to switch sets and stuff. I'm the research guy that's here. I got to do it all. I got to do it all. I could use some help. If Cams goes to Washington, he will have to get vaccinated. Actually, he probably have to get vaccinated if he goes to the Cowboys as well. But here's what we gonna do. Mic off, Mark? My mic's off. What, are you kidding me? My mic's not off. You're joking there, right? Don't play with me this morning. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. I don't think Cam will come here, but nothing wrong with asking him. You know, again, I hate jackasses. Why y'all want to play? I'm good now. I hate jackasses. Come on, don't play with me this morning, man. I had the system shut down. Cam just signed wherever he signs, it'll be a 1-year deal. Wherever he signs, it'll be a 1-year deal. I'm posting that just because, well, it's some news. The last place Cam Newton is going and Ron Rivera, you already know they don't like each other. Cam just signed with Cowboys. Yes, sir. That's a jackass. No, it's like, don't play. Look, I got enough stuff going on here. I mean, seriously, it's just me here. Okay. I've got 4 television monitors that are computer monitors that are in front of me. I got the keyboard. I'm trying to do research and keep up with that. Okay. All right. But here's what we're going to do. Right here, we've had numerous super chats this morning. And since this is cut down day, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a couple of drawings for Joe Barty's. Okay. So I'm not looking. You guys can see. I'm kind of going through here. Can you see? Okay. I'm not looking. I'm going to go with this one. All right. So our first drawing winner, this is Earl Thomas again. David Puno. David Puno is our first winner today. David, you get a Joe Barty. We'll do another one in a little bit. We'll do another one later on. I think KZ is I think KZ will be probably starting just to get Malik Hooker more time to get ready. But I think they're going to be playing. I think they'll be playing both of them. Okay, so we've got that news right there. So David Puno, breaking news, Logan Paul. Okay. Come on. Old rings, you haven't won. Okay, geez. Yes, email me, David. Email me, CowboysMark 94 Gmail, and let me have your address so that we can get it to you. Roz, I say this with love. Read between the lines, buddy. Read between the lines, okay? I think, actually, Jerry D, I think our defense is going to be pretty good the first week. I think that actually they're hungry. I think the Cowboys have heard so many people like, Skip Bayless that have said the Cowboys, offense is ass. The Cowboys defense is ass. And that I think they're actually going to come out and they're going to be hungry and are going to want to do something. I think they want to make a statement. It is a busy morning, and I'm actually kind of sad because we had a great live stream going, and then I switched to come over to sit here. And once I did, my system went haywire because I turned on more monitors. Breaking news: the Cowboys are in talk with Cam Newton. I heard that they're exploring it. It would be interesting. That would be almost shocking, but if you're figuring that, here's what you'd have to understand is if they were, it would be because they're worried about Dak Prescott's shoulder, that there may be more damage to it than you really think. Shannon Sharp does that because he knows that he's going to get publicity for it. Putting down the Jets, okay, who cares? I don't have time to watch too much of it, my man, UFC. I have a deal with my wife because I spent so much time with the Dallas Cowboys and the NFL. It's like one sport because I devote every single day to the Dallas Cowboys and football. Who's Tampa Bay receivers? Mike Evans. He's one of them. Hang on, guys. I'm looking at some other stuff. Just trying to get some tad bits of news here while we're hanging. It's going to be interesting to see if anybody does sign Cam right away. Clarence Hill. Here we go. Guys, the rumors have started. Lavelle Harris, welcome. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, get you in the drawing. Check this out, y'all. Let me push this real good. Bam. I would love for the Cowboys to sign Cam Newton as Dak's primary backup. I think Dak would be a great teammate, but I would not do anything to put Dak Prescott in jeopardy. Cam is not vaccinated. Even the slightest chance of him causing Prescott to miss game is a bridge too far. Interesting take, and that's what I'd have to agree. Cam Newton was cut by New England. Yes, he was. Okay, so these are the tweets out there. And we, of course, saw this one. My understanding, the Cowboys will do their due diligence in reviewing Cam Newton's newfound availability. We'll look across the board. So as we go through, Garrett Gilbert, we know is cut, but we think that Fam First Leon. Thank you for the super chat. We got you covered and put into the pot here. Ready for the Bucks? I hope we are. We better be. Oh, Cam. Yeah, get Cam. So I'm not the only one who's talking about it. Only 67% of you guys think it's a good idea. I would say, Cam, if you're coming to Texas with the numbers that are there in Texas and you want to be part of the Dallas Cowboys, then get a shot. Get a shot. Your girlfriend is maybe 50 years old now. My girlfriend is my wife, and she's the same age as I am. Can I please shut the fuck up about people's choice not to get the vaccine? Okay. It's still something we kind of have to deal with because it's part of the issue. Probably why he ended up getting released in New England was because he missed time, because he didn't get COVID, but because he was exposed. Here's the rules about COVID. You don't have to test positive for COVID to be on the COVID list. If you are unvaccinated and you happen to be around somebody within certain distance of them having COVID, you are then in protocol for 5 days. Dak and Cam, the truth. What's up? Oh, BLSG. I'm good, man. I wasn't planning on being live streamed. I started live streaming, I think 9:30 this morning. Unfortunately, I had a hiccup, and with 700 people in here, we were having great discussions. I wish Dak could have played a couple of. Clarence Hill's an idiot because a vaccinated player can get COVID to Dak. More division to divide. All right. Well, I agree with you on Clarence Hill can be an idiot sometimes. Nanobots. There's no nanobots in the back. Okay. Well, this whole conversation is going off the rails, but New England cut Cam because he wasn't. I don't know if they did or did not. I'm sure plausible deniability will be is that Mac Jones, we're ready for him, and we're going to save some money by cutting Cam. Chris Guns, hey, I'd take Cam over Andy Dalton any day of the week. Cam dropped his thoughts and mentioned dropped his thoughts and mentions don't feel sorry for him on being released. Wow. I think they should put people who do, okay. A great one. Shout out to great one. Appreciate the super chat there, buddy. You're entered into our next drawing. We'll do another one maybe 12:30. Mike J, what's up, man? How are you doing? Cam is going to what? Cam's not worth it if he doesn't get the jab. I could agree with you on that one. Cam is a quitter. I've watched him. Well, here's the thing. If you sign Cam, I'm signing him as insurance. Okay. All right. Here's some more news. Okay. Cowboys have waived Braylon Jones as well. He's likely to join the practice squad. Cam's going to get no love. He may not, because remember last year when he was cut by Carolina, it was a long time that he sat there before he finally got a job. So we'll have to wait and see if that happens, how long it is before he gets a job or not, or if somebody jumps on him quickly. Latest, okay. Hard Knocks will feature Micah Parsons hosting a barbecue during training camp. Okay. All right. So that's what we got right now. Now, again, let's be clear here. Everybody wants to have people watching their stuff, okay? I mean, I put Cam Newton in the title of the live stream, okay? Because of course you want get people's attention. Yesterday, Kavanaugh talking about guys that don't be surprised if Brandon Knight and somebody else, or Bradley and I, were traded. Okay, all right. Don't be surprised. And I could say, don't be surprised if Cam Newton is signed. It doesn't mean that it's actually going to happen. I could say people are talking about that, but there may be nothing to that. Robert Vince, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Like the super chat sticker. We'll be doing another drawing for another Joe Barty. David Puno has won one right already. Crazy thought, what if Cam ends up in Houston? The team is still ass. They have literally dismantled that whole roster. That they are at the point of starting over. And I don't know if I'm Cam Newton that's where I want to go. Press Ham Talk. What's up, Press Ham Talk? Could we see him holding a clipboard? You know what? Unemployment will humble you. It just depends on what offers he gets. Where would you see him going? The natural conversation is Washington, but people say that him and Ron Rivera don't like each other. So if that dynamic doesn't work, then he doesn't go there. You don't go to someplace that's already got a young quarterback, there. He's not going to Green Bay. I don't think he goes to the Vikings. I don't think he goes to the Bears. I don't think he goes to the Lions. I could see him go to the Giants, maybe. I think Dak will be ready for the Tampa Bay defense. We've got this whole thing like the Tampa Bay defense is, the greatest thing since sliced bread. That they were 8th rated defense. They're a really good defense. I'm not going to dispute that. But Dak has played some really good defenses too in his career and been successful. Are these players on COVID-18? I don't know. What is COVID-18? It's 19. No, he's not starting. I don't know. Matthew Johnson, with as bad as the Giants' offensive line, having Cam Newton, who's used to playing with a shitty offensive line, I think would be better than Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is ass. Cam and Peyton in New Orleans, that could be scary. Well, a good coach and a good team could be, yeah. Marco's Mall, you really want that Joe Barty, don't you? I can hear you just fine. Thank you. I appreciate that, Robert. I have some people that try and drive me crazy. All right, so let's see if there's any other new news. Dak may have some rust, but he is still going to be but Dak and Zeke are going to freight train over Tampa Bay. You know what? I'm hoping that you're right on that. I think the Cowboys have a good chance against them. I really do. There's a lot of unknowns. Oh, okay, so let's check this out. Boom, 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 boom. The Joe Boo Sports Report. We're going to take a look at this. John Machada. Did the Cowboys expect to take a look at another potential backup quarterback option today after cuts are made? Jerry Jones. I think that you assume with Cooper Rush's knowledge of what we're doing offensively and what we're doing with the existing personnel that we're going to be open with. You just got to assume you got a pretty high bar here. You know what I'm talking about, son? It's a high bar in terms of what's most effective way to play if you didn't have Dak now. And with all that said, it's a high bar when you go the background that Cooper Rush has got, but we'll see how that goes. And he said the same thing. What did he say about Brandon Wheaton? Let me make sure I get this right. let me pull it up. Okay. So as we're listening to Jerry Jones talking about Cooper Rush, you know, you won't see a more gifted passer than Brandon Wheaton. Oh, boy. Oh, come on. Brandon Wheaton is a thing of beauty on the football. Frankly, you won't see a more gifted passer. Okay. All right. So take what Jerry just said about here we go. Look, here's the rumor board. Cowboys to look into Cam. Oh, Cam. Okay. So interesting. That's where we're going here. The rumor mill will start flying here, guys. He said, Brandon Wheaton, you won't find a more gifted passer than Brandon Wheaton there. You know that boy. You know how Jerry Jones.
I think that's a part of leadership, is to have some of the guys that have gone before that have been disappointed to share it with everybody involved. For me, it's a reminder. I, too, have been here 23 years.
It's a reminder.
And it is a reminder. I've been here when it was glory hole days, and I've been here when it wasn't. And so having said that, I want me some glory hole.
You know, I want me some glory.
So I have that perspective.
Some glory hole. What's up, Lola? How are you doing? What's up, Lola? We need a quarterback backup just because the backups are like Philly says, they are ass. Well, I can't disagree with you about, you know, our backups do leave a bit to be desired. Every big name has ties to the Cowboys. Well, you know, that's true too. Stephon Gilmore was put on the PUP list? What? Gone for the year? Wow. You've never heard that clip before? Freak Stop 49ers? Man, that's an old one. That's an old one. Shit, that was probably about 15 years old. You know, and he wasn't referring to the, you know, the sex club glory holes. He was referring to it in the oil industry, where the glory holes are a big gusher oil well. Now, how they took a gusher oil well and turned it into a sex thing, I don't know. When is your Cowboys going to change this? Oh, Lord. Come on, Philadelphia. Come on, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, real hating, man, that's like an art form, man. You know, it's like you like a born a hater, you know, like myself, man. You know, a lot of cats think they hate, but, man, I mean, I'm mad at everything, man. You know, brother got a nice car, man. Why you got a car?
Why you got a nice car, man?
One car. Why you got 3 cars or a wife or all that, man? That, man, that's played out, man. I hate on it till he's totally broke and ain't got nothing like me, you know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, that's what real hating is all about, man.
Real hating is all about. All right, so that's where we are. That's a funny one there. Just checking the wires here. Hating ass. He's a hating ass. Micah Parsons is like Ray Lewis. That would be great. Get him vaccinated and get him to Dallas. Brother Roz. Stewart says he would, okay. Cam Newton, but must do their homework on him. I don't know if that's anything serious with the Cam Newton or not. But he may be, you know, let's put it this way. Okay. You need to be looking at everything and every possibility that's out there. You know, you're the Cowboys, and it's been 26 years. You need to look at, what's up, Miss Charles? Hello, Miss Charles. You need to look and say, well, last year what killed us? We thought Andy Dalton, that there was no step off, no drop off from Andy Dalton to Dak Prescott. We thought that, right? That if we lose Dak Prescott, we're good with Andy Dalton. Well, turns out we weren't. So you got to look and say, we made that mistake last year. We got Cooper Rush, who Jerry Jones, of course, is high. It's a high bar. Okay, it's a high bar with Cooper Rush, buddy. His familiarity with the offense and everything. It's a high bar for Cooper Rush. But he also said that Brandon Wheaton, he's one of the most gifted passers you're ever going to see. And how did that work out for us? And you can think about years with Tony Romo where we had good teams and we ended up having to go to John Kitna, right? Win and you're in. Tony Romo gets hurt and you got John Kitna and we lose the game. So you look at this and say, I tell you what, people will say, oh, go get Blake Bortles. Okay. He definitely has to learn the whole playbook. But with Cam Newton, because of his ability to run the football and to be able to scramble and make things up, because to me, in my mind, Cam Newton, much like Tony Romo, buys time in the pocket and lets other things break down and can hit guys when plays break down. That was the reason why Dez Bryant and Dez Bryant and Tony Romo work together so well, because Tony Romo is out there running for his life because he's got a bad offensive line, and the receivers understand I need to try and come back to the quarterback, and Tony Romo could hit them, okay? That's Cam Newton's game. And when you don't have the full playbook and you have the talent around here, more talent than Cam Newton, he may want to start. But here's the thing, though, Freak Stopper 49, you lost your job to a rookie. When you left Carolina, it was a long time before some people weren't just jumping at you. They weren't just jumping at you to sign you. The options may not be there. And you look at it and say, well, heck, Cowboys, they actually may have a loaded team. If Dak goes down, I got people to play with. And that team is a good enough team that, hey, they might make a run. You never know. I would look at it from the standpoint of, would you go there or would you go to the Jets? The Jets have so far away before they're going to be competitive. Why do I want to end my career there? Let me at least go to a team that's doing good that maybe I can mentor or maybe get a chance. Andy Dalton didn't think he was going to get a chance last year, did he? But he did. Cam Newton got released. Garrett Gilbert got released, as well as Loopy 1-800 a potato. What? What is CD was drafted 1 year ago. Yeah. We need better swing tackle. Cam would be good if Dak goes down season. And see, that was my point, Mike C. So with Cam Newton having that scrambling ability, that if you ended up being, okay, we got to make some shit up, and you know what? I've got my legs that can help keep the chains moving. Glenn, I agree with you on that one too. That Cam, you know what? Listen, everybody here is vaccinated. If you want to be part of the team, get a shot. If not, then that's cool. It's cool. Mark Holmes mullet, still trying to get Mark Holmes. God damn it, Mark Holmes. You're fucking me up with that, Mark Holmes. Keep having to say that. Yes, Cam has been released by the New England Patriots, and the Cowboys will do due diligence, according to Jolena Anderson, about it. And according to Clarence Hill, says, of course, that he would have to be vaccinated. So there's that. That's at least what we're hearing. Of course, everybody links everybody cut to the Cowboys. Okay, Clarence Hill with another one. Clarence Hill, he's popping them out right now. Jerry Jones, I want my team 100% vaccinated. Backups definitely have to be 100%. Why was Cam released at Mark Holmes? Okay, I thought Cam was. Yeah, he is. Clarence Hills. Okay. No, he did not say that. He said, but Jerry Jones wants him to be one. Well, actually he did kind of say that. And he pretty much had said 2 weeks ago that everybody had at least their first shot, and most of them within another week were going to have their second. So we'll wait and see if there's anything more. I'm looking to see if there's any more cuts. If you're looking for, this is what we know so far. These are the cut lists right here up in the corner. Is what we have thus far as cuts. Ben DiNucci, Garrett Gilbert, Darian Thompson, Stephen Parker, Tyler Cole, Rondell Carter, Eric Smith, Odoris Mitchell, Isaac Alarcon will be on the designated practice squad for international players. Jawan Hardy, Braylon Jones, Brandon Knox, Dante Burton, Brandon Smith, and Johnny Dixon. Some of those players will be put on practice squad. Cam reminds me of Drew Bledsoe. I don't see that one, my man. Can you explain what you see? You mean the situation of him being released by New England? That I can see. I mean, he was released by, you could say I could remind you of him if he got signed by the Cowboys, because that's exactly what happened. Would have pressure. You know what? If you are an NFL quarterback, an NFL player, you should always feel pressure of somebody replacing you, because that's literally what the NFL is about. You're always going to be replaced. So I don't know that he'd feel any more pressure than with the Cowboy Nation behind him, ready to call for his head at any moment. Bledsoe was let go for Tom Brady, and we picked him up after they won their first Super Bowl. I don't really know how good Cam would be for our locker room. I'm kind of an ignorant player. Well, here's what I can tell you from personally, okay? Cam gets a lot of bad publicity, but Cam is not a bad person, and he is not a locker room distraction. 2013, or was it 2012? 2012, I actually got to drive Cam Newton around Washington, D.C. United Way had a youth symposium where they had 18 NFL players for 3 days that came to Washington, D.C. They spoke to Congress and stuff about, inner city kids and youth education and stuff like that. And what Cam Newton had done, Cam went to the worst school in Charlotte, went to the principal and said, I want your 3 worst kids because I want to mentor them and change their lives. When he came to the youth symposium, he only had 2 of them because one of them got into some serious trouble, and he said, I'm not going to reward bad behavior. But during that year, Cam Newton, every week, he'd come in the back door. He went to that school and worked with kids. He didn't look for publicity on this stuff and things, but he has constantly done a lot of things, not looking for, look at me, I'm great, I'm giving back to the community. But a lot of those things that Cam Newton does are quiet, and people don't necessarily talk about that. and Cam is a diva. He's a diva and stuff. So what? You get to where he's been and doing what he's doing, I got no problem with him being diva. And I think, Miss Charles, people don't like that he has a style and that he's kind of outspoken and a little bit different. But different people make the world go round. I think Israel will definitely be on the practice squad, at least. He may actually be on the regular roster. But I think Darian Thompson also comes back on the practice squad. But yeah, Angel, and see, this is the interesting thing. I think the Cowboys looked at this and said, we've got a really good team. Let's free up some cash. And if there's players out there that we can deem that can be helpful, we've got some money to make moves. Cam can diva his way out of the NFL. Yeah, but you know what? The crazy thing is, Josh Rosen has been ass. He's on his fifth team already. Quarterbacks, you take a chance on. You really do. There's not many of them that can play. So the question would be would Cam play as a backup? You had a fourth-round grade on him? Israel's making the team if he gets cut. I think he makes the team. I love the Eagles fans that keep talking, especially they will probably be in the last. You know what? K9, they're trying to get their digs in now because they know it's going to be a long season. Cam reminds me of an ashtray. Okay. We got a lot of hate in here today. I'm okay with Cam as a backup over Rush. Put Cam behind a team like ours. If Dak ever went down, I think Cam would be very serviceable. Cam could be a good backup in Baltimore, good system for him. None of your titles are even on VHS. I love that. Okay. But the funny thing is the Eagles are a one-hit wonder. Here's the thing that's funny about the Eagles. The Eagles keep talking about how the Cowboys, your rings are old, man. You guys are living in the past. Okay. I think you're living in the past right now on that one Super Bowl. Oh, so Marcus Spears says, Cam, come to Cowboys. Cam sucks, Mac way better. Okay. Cam is at tight end. Why do we always want to take players and make them a tight end? Des Bryant, make him a tight end. It's like he couldn't stay healthy as a wide receiver. He's going to have to block as a tight end. Cam can't block. Eagles fans are delusional. I think Cam will play backup because his head is too. You don't think he will. He might not. Like I said, if your options are, I can be a backup and get a check or be unemployed, which one are you going to take? Eagles are the only one bringing up our past. As a Pat fan, I will never felt confident when Cam was in there. Trade Anthony Brown for another cornerback or nose tackle and grab him. You can't cut Simi. Cam can sell clear-eyed vision glasses with Jalen. Wow. Cam is better than Tim Tebow. Sign Mark Holmes. These comments are killing me today. These guys are millionaires. Eagles fans are slow, and they can't help. Cam Newton will never be a backup. Stephon Gilmore out 6 weeks, likely to be traded in the next 6 weeks as well. Yeah, well, that's one of those guys that they said, the Cowboys should go get Stephon Gilmore. It's like, okay. Why? Because they believe in Mac Jones, and probably because he didn't get vaccinated. And they look at it. In New England, everything is very cut and dry, straightforward, and it's Bill Belichick's way or the highway. And Andy Dalton is consistent. Cooper Rush is consistent. Wait. Cooper Rush is consistent. Are you really saying that you would rather have if hold it? Let's be clear here. Okay. Hypothetically, if Dak Prescott went down, are you honestly going to tell me that you would rather have Cooper Rush than Cam Newton? Are we serious? I'm serious. That's a serious question. Are you literally saying that you think that Cooper Rush is a better option than Cam Newton? You may not like Cam and his, diva-ness, but you can't honestly say if Dak Prescott went down, you'd rather have Cooper Rush than Cam Newton. Come on now. Let's be real here. Come on. Come on. Let's stop bullshitting now. Junebug. Long time no see. What's up, Junebug? How you doing today, man? Cam over Andy Dalton. We've got other people, of course, that keep on saying trade for Nick Foles. And it's like Nick Foles couldn't beat out Andy Dalton for the backup pot. Okay? You couldn't beat out Andy Dalton. It mystifies me. I'm sorry. It mystifies me that people will say, go get Josh Rosen, but no, Cam, former MVP, we can't use him. That people will say, Big Coke again. People will say, Blake Bortles, go get Blake Bortles, but nah, I can't. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's be for real here. The Eagles got a steal for Minshew. Okay. We've made 16 so far. We've still got quite a ways to go. Mitch Trubisky, right? Andy Dalton couldn't beat out Mitch Trubisky. Okay. Oh, no, you didn't. Cam would be pulling a Tom Hardy. Oh. Josh Rosen made the final 53. Damn. Josh Rosen actually made the 53 in Atlanta. But, wow. I guess they figure we can turn that guy around. Anyone who thinks Cam is a diva obviously forgot the biggest diva, Terrell. This is true. Let me check the wires here and see if we got anything else. If there's one thing Dallas has, it's a place for football teams to practice. Wow, this is some news. It looks like the New Orleans Saints are now going to be the Dallas Saints because it looks like they're leaning on staying in Dallas for the next month. So SMU, TCU, and 18 Stadium could all play host to games. Yeah, things are bad in New Orleans. They probably won't have power for a while in New Orleans. Cowboys signing Joe Biden as a back. Okay. He will go to Washington and lead their offense. I don't think anybody wants Rush. We need a backup that can look over his blindsided shoulder. Who's out for 4 weeks? Jerry Jones is going to cash in with the Saints playing in Dallas. I wonder how that would work since good question. Huh. Maybe Sean Payton oh, no, he didn't. Cam wants to be a starter. I want to be a billionaire. Yeah. But reality sits in too. Bernie, you have a great point there. You would have people, you'd have Cam ones that would say Cam should start. But then and we had that with Andy Dalton fans too. Remember Colin Cowherd basically said, there's no difference between Dak Prescott and of course, Skip Bayless. I love this move. Okay. They literally said, don't pay Dak, keep Andy. We got 11 more cuts to go. Yes, let's say we do. And let me check and see if we got more of them coming. I can't watch these shows anymore. The things they say are ridiculous. And they say, yeah, I agree with you on that. It was one of the reasons why I started doing Joe Boo Sports Report, because of all the bullshit that you get. Nothing else on the Cowboys. No more cuts yet. Let's look around the NFL real quick. Look at Cam. At Cam's Instagram story. Uh-oh. Don't feel sorry for me. Don't cry for me. I really appreciate all the love and support during this time, but I must say, please don't feel sorry for me. I'm good. Hey, there you go. I like that. Don't burn bridges. Don't do an Everson Griffin and basically say, Kirk Cousins' ass, okay? And then you get re-signed by them. Trevor Chambers, thank you very much. Adding you to the kitty here. We're going to do another drawing in a bit for another Joe Barty here. Shout out to everybody who's been in helping the channel. I think we should have cut Cooper Rush and Ben DiNucci. I like Garrett Gilbert. He's good because he's got millions. Well, he's got an MVP trophy. He played in a Super Bowl. He's got his health. Church, that's the dumbest question. The Cowboys always play on Thanksgiving. So if you go through Bleacher Reports, you've got Cam Newton, don't feel sorry for me. Patriots cut Cam Newton. Cowboys to look at Cam. I tell you what. If you are ESPN, FS1, or any of those shows, NFL Network, you are praying that the Cowboys sign Cam Newton, because all the speculation that would come off of that would be the Cowboys must be hiding something. They knew that Cam Newton was going to get released, and they're bringing him in here because Dak Prescott's shoulder. Or, Cam Newton might be a better option for the Cowboys. Cam Newton's never had an offense or a team like this before. He's going to do it's like, here we go. That would be, oh my God, right now that they're drooling right now. They released Gilbert for Rush because they're planning on bringing back Gilbert on the practice squad. If the Saints are playing in the stadium, well, here's what's going to happen is that's where it's not just, actually, the Cowboys' first two games are on the road. We're in Tampa and we are in San Diego. So I think New Orleans' first game was a home game, so it can easily work at AT&T. And I'm sure Jerry Jones, he won't have a problem, getting that extra gate revenue. Cowboys are done. 2 cents. You know what? 2 cents.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Cam is a starter. He isn't going to be Dax. Captain Taki, you changed your picture, didn't you? Is that always your profile picture? Andy Dalton was a starter too. He didn't want to be a backup either, but reality set in. The Texans are expected to trade Deshaun Watson before today's 4 o'clock cut-down deadline. Sources tell me, barring a traumatic turn, Houston is now positioned to keep him into the regular season at least. Interesting. Okay. All right. In other words, we haven't gotten any offers that we like. We haven't gotten any offers that we like, so he's going to be part of our team until going into the regular season, i.e., pick up the phone, give us a call. We'll make a deal with you today. Eagles trade Matt Pryor to the Colts. Interesting. Okay. Could we get Johnny Heckler from the Rams? Are we talking about a punter? Are we talking about kickers? We're sitting here looking at backup quarterbacks, tight ends, and you're talking about a punter? Primetime, we have no recent history to brag about. Okay. Eagles don't know what primetime even means. They never played on a Thanksgiving game. They may have played against us on one. They may have played against the Lions, maybe. Jason Garrett has more rings than the Eagles. Damn, let that sink in. He's a superstar punter. I get that, but we talking about a punter. Not a quarterback now. We talking about a punter. Cam would fit better in Green Bay as a backup. They got Jordan Love. Ian, I think our defense will be much improved. I mean, honestly, I do think our defense is going to be better. How good, I don't know. I think it's going to take some time, a couple of games for them to really get going. I think they will get better as the season goes on because, of course, you have so many new players. What will it take for Cam to come to the Cowboys? First of all, it'll take him getting probably a COVID shot, and 2, accepting that he's a backup. I just don't see Cam Newton in Green Bay. I mean, you've already got enough quarterback dynamic problems there now. The cut list is up here in the corner, up here. It's right up here. That's who's been cut so far. We're waiting for the next shoe to drop, and that has to happen within the next 3.5 hours. I don't know. Should we stay here till the bitter end? Should we stay here till the bitter end? You need more consistent with your Eagles. You both are consistent pains in the asses. Damn. Dr. Phil, Primetime Phil, I like that. Diva Rogers would have a freaking cow. You bring Cam in. Although, here's the way you could look at it, because you know that this is the last year of Aaron Rodgers. You know he's gone. Cam to the Dolphins, Tua was a bust. Put up a poll. David, we do have a poll. Cam Newton to the Cowboys, yes or no? Nobody thought RG3 would agree to be a backup. Well, right now he'd agree to be way back. I say, I'll take third string. Just sign me a check. Politics and football stream. I'm like, I agree with you there. Ready? You can't see that list. You can't see the list? Okay. Let me see if I can. Okay. It's in the corner. Is it too small? Is that what it is? Okay, hang on. Let me see if I can get it bigger for you. Hang on. How do I blow that up? I don't know how I can get it bigger. Let me see if I can find it on another platform. Okay. I don't know why I can't get that bigger. Hold it. Let me see. I can move it. You got to move it, move it. Hang on. I'm working on it, guys. Broke ass media. Is that a little bit better? A little bit bigger? Okay. That's as big as I can get it into the screen there, guys. All right. It blocks my, it's an, hey. Let me out. Okay. Let me out. Okay. If I move over here, I get, okay, there we go. Oh, wrong side. Okay. All right. Here we have, okay. All right. Here's the list right here. Can you read it? Can you see it? It's heavy. I'm having a hard time holding it up. It's crushing me. Okay. All right. We're getting silly now. We're getting silly. Forgive me. I'm getting silly. And I've lost my comments. Okay. Hopefully Dan Orlowski. What was that? Hopefully Cowboys put Tom Brady on his ass. Oh, I hope we put Tom Brady on his ass. Oh, my goodness. Not the gift shot. Burton, no shocker there. Okay. Like I said, I had to kind of blow it up on there. Okay. And let's see. Let me see something while I'm over here. There's one screen that I don't have over there on the other side, so I have to sometimes flip sides. Here in the nerve center, and it's not easy. It's not easy when you're cheesy. Okay. All right, so that's what we have news-wise right now. Is not a lot of news. We've got some interesting things that are going on, but Tampa Bay 42-10. Come on, man. 2 cents. You know what? 2 cents.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
See if there's any other breaking news here as we wait. Cam was cut a while ago. And it looks like New Orleans will be playing at AT&T and practicing there for the next month. Cam Newton, don't cry for me, Argentina. He says, don't feel bad for me. I'm good. Clarence Hill and Jolena Anderson say the Cowboys will do due diligence as far as Cam Newton comes to mind. Which team? Okay. Let's do this. Interesting thing. Here, let me pull this down. This is interesting. See if I can find it.
Well, this was all about Mac Jones winning the job. He was the best quarterback dating back to the spring and then consistently this summer. And even when he had a down period or even what you would consider an uneven day, the next day he would bounce back and show, hey, those mistakes that I made yesterday, I'm not repeating the same errors again today. The way he has processed this offense and understood what he needs to do from that position is something that Cam Newton struggled with last year.
That looks washed up,
Cam
doesn't it?
jumping in late in June, but in terms of just the overall understanding of the playbook, it's Mac Jones. And then you go
he
to
looks
the
washed
physical
up, doesn't
attributes.
he?
I know comparatively
Washed
speaking,
up.
those two guys, they don't compare, right? Cam's one of the greatest athletes to ever play that position and has had some amazing seasons, including that MVP season in 2015. But Mac's accuracy that was so talked about at Alabama has translated here in the National Football League. And I think that was the big thing. Could he figure out how to deal with the tighter windows in the National Football League? Even he mentioned it. Hey, you go from 3 feet in high school to 1.5 feet in college to now mere inches in the pro game. He's throwing guys open as a rookie.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive to me. I think, Cam did what he could do, right? I really do believe that. It was a better summer for him. He showed more comfort in the offense. I think he performed certainly better than he did last year at this time. But he's just not the better quarterback. Mac Jones is a better quarterback. He runs this offense the way offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels wants to run it. I think we looked at the offseason and we said, oh, they added the 2 tight ends. This is to help Cam out. Well, 2 tight ends like Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith also will help out a rookie quarterback who is so precise between the numbers, between the hashes. Look, a lot of people didn't want to hear it. I think I've debated some of our own people in the building, some former players about this. But to the eye test, there was no question it was Mac Jones this summer.
Mike, how do you think this move is going to go over in this locker room?
I think it's going to go over very well because Cam has his supporters, no question about it. I think everybody who watched this competition, and again, I kept telling people it was a competition, who watched this competition play out, understood that the rookie has a chance to be something here. And when you go to the guys in the locker room, yeah, there are friendships and relationships with Cam, but you know what they want to do most? They want to win. And I think they saw the guy right now who gives them the best chance to win just so happens to be the rookie from Alabama. I think you look at some of the things that he's done, Tom and Will, in terms of his leadership, in terms of his command of the huddle. I mean, so many players have sort of gone out of their way to compliment him on that. And I'll just take you back to a snapshot. Wednesday, joint practice with the Giants. Again, no fighting. There's not supposed to be any fighting, but they're doing one-on-one drills between the offensive line and the defensive line, and there ends up being a scrum. Everybody's piled into it. The coaches make both sides run laps, and Mac Jones, who was not participating in offensive line drills, went and took a lap with his offensive line. I just think it speaks sort of volumes about who the kid is and understanding the moment, understanding what needs to be done from a leadership perspective, from that position's perspective, and I think he's done everything. He's checked every box this summer.
Okay. Now, Mac.
All right, you guys. Okay, I'm not saying Cam Newton is Cam Newton of 2015. Okay, all right, but let's be clear. Cooper Rush is not Cam Newton of 2021 either. Okay. I mean, if you honestly are telling me if the game If the Cowboys go down with Dak, that Dak gets hurt, and I have to either have Cam Newton or Cooper Rush, I'm taking Cam Newton. I'm sorry. Cam Newton is a better, in the dirt, scratch that shit up quarterback, and you doesn't necessarily have to know everything in the playbook. Cooper Rush, he's got to have the playbook down pat and hope that he can make the plays. Oh, man, that's possible. He could, and let me look at the rumor mill for Washington right now, because it's going to be interesting, to say the least. And before I get further, the rundown here, for our cuts so far, this is the cut list that's up here too. That's here. Let me hold it up for you. Okay. All right, we're being stupid here. All right, I'm holding up the cut list right here. Okay. Ben DiNucci, Garrett Gilbert, Darian Thompson, Stephen Parker, Tyler Cole, Rondell Carter, Eric Smith, Austin Fallalu. Okay, Austin's cut. Okay, I ain't never got to say that name again. Okay, Oris Mitchell, Isaac Alarcon. Alarcon is on the practice squad because we talking about practice squad because he is an international player. Okay. We got Jawan Hardy, Braylon Jones, Brandon Knox, and Deontay Burton. Those are the cuts that we have right now. Some of those guys will come back in practice squad. I'm hearing rumors that they really do like Ben DiNucci, and it's possible he comes back. Strike a loss. There's nothing to it. Vogue displaying cut names. Here we go. Okay. All right. He might go to Texas as a starter for this year. It's possible. Anything's possible. But, again, you wouldn't be a good team. I mean, you wouldn't be a good managed team if you didn't look at all possibilities. Philly D, the interesting thing about Dak is mentally, Dak Prescott is probably one of the strongest quarterbacks in the NFL. Being a psychology, having a master's degree in psychology, I don't think he'll feel the pressure, okay? Being the guy who was never thought about being the starter and getting the job and never relinquishing it, that's not – he's not going to perform because there's nobody behind him. He's going to perform because he's trying to succeed. I don't think that that's necessarily the case. Let me look at the Washington wires here. I should actually have that on in the background. Okay. See the rumor mill for Washington. Very cool story. Ron Rivera has repeatedly not signed Cam Newton as the boss of Washington. He's not going to do it now either. Okay, so that's the tweets you're getting out there. Panthers release Will Gear. Here's what's funny. Okay, so as one tweet says from Washington, he had chances last year to sign him and said, that's okay, I'm good. Panthers release quarterback Will Gear, Ron Rivera, and Marty Hurley drafted the former West Virginia University star in the third round. Something to keep an eye on. So apparently, what they're saying there is he has no desire for Cam Newton. All right, so there's that. We haven't heard the Cowboys say they're not interested. But, of course, this is the Earl Thomas situation all over again, too. Earl Thomas we're chasing him. We still have people that are saying, bring in Earl Thomas. Ignore Cam for a couple of defensive players for sure. Cam will not go to the Washington football team. I remember fans wanted Jamil Showers over Dak. Yeah. They also, they wanted Andy Dalton over Dak too, just last year. Breaking news, Ben DiNucci signs with Red Lobster for 28th. Oh, come on, man. Cam to Washington, no. His outfits are ridiculous, though. Hey, so he's got style. See what happened there. I'm just saying that this is, of course, great. Hey, look, if you're putting a story out, Cam Newton to the Cowboys, people are going to listen. Did your mama drop you on the head too much as a baby? Ooh, Mr. Wolf. Cam is garbage on the field, but you going to praise him for his... I didn't praise him. I'm just saying he's got style. Shit. What player doesn't have style these days? Man, some of y'all are just mean. Yeah, there you go. Kellen Moore was actually the second string quarterback. Dak was the third. Cam was also an MVP and led a team 15-1. Watson, what? Say what? Philly D fan, I don't see why. Cam is cool to me. He's cool to me. I ain't got no problem with Cam Newton. He likes my oatmeal raisin cookies. That's a fact. I'm not gonna be hating on the guy. Cam played in the Super Bowl. Dak went to the oh, Lord, here we go. Brandon Wheaton, Matt Castle went to the perfect situation. How about that one? And what did they do with it? Seriously. What did they do with it? Seriously. I love, that's back to, all Dak had to do was show up, Yeah, well, you know what? How did the guys do last year that just had to show up? Andy Dalton went into a perfect situation. Best wide receivers in football, didn't he? Isaac was cut, Alicone, but he's put instantly on the practice squad because he's an international player. Here's the thing that typically happens, and I hate to use Anthony Brown as an example, but it's actually an example we can use because this is exactly what happened. Anthony Brown, his first half of his rookie year was not that good. By the end of the year, he was actually playing as one of the better cornerbacks in the NFL. You can look at Diggs last year. First few games of the year, he was really shaky, but he got better as the season progressed and getting 3 interceptions. So you got to understand that the rookies, their eyes are going to be wide open those first couple of games and stuff, but after they get some time under their belt, they will get better and better. That's the way, and that's what you really have to expect from rookies. Eagles sign Ben DiNucci. Okay, I don't think that's gonna. I don't think he's gonna be signed by anybody. What? Skip Bayless. I don't want to see Cam Newton being a backup quarterback. Okay. But here's the reality. Then you may have to retire if you don't I don't see it right off the bat. The only way he comes to the Cowboys is to get vaccinated. I agree with you on that. Cowboys always have bums as backup quarterbacks. We have, and it's come back to bite us in the ass. Cam would be great for us. But Cam Newton's, okay, here's the thing. His contract was only $3.5 million. That's what we paid Andy Dalton last year. It's not like it's a whole hell of a lot of money. It was come on. It's not, we're not talking about $10 million, but, you're right. If you can wait till week 1, it doesn't have to be. Holt says Texans and the Cowboys, are the best landing spots for him. Well, of course, best landing spots for them to have more drama. Because if he goes to either one of those, it'll be, what does this mean for Deshaun Watson? Could they cut him? And, of course, for the Dallas Cowboys, if you put him there. So you work at your job and get sick, and while you were out, the best employees took over for you, and he's your boss's favorite, so no pressure. Stop hating on Dak. Had pressure with all you hatefuls. There you go, Miss Jackie. I never thought McCarthy was the best answer for us. Then, you know what? I tell you, a lot of people had my man in Jacksonville is the best, thought he should be. God, why can't I'm having brain farts lately. But right now, you look at some of the moves he's made with Tim Tebow and everything else, and you're hearing there's a lot of dissension in with the coaching staff as well as the players. Not sure that he would have been the right answer. Cowboy fans, but you hate Dak. Get a rope. Oh, man. McCarthy is, man, we got, the trolls are strong today. Ramalama Sport. You know what, Ramalama? You talk about the season finale of Hard Knocks being interesting. Yeah. Put Cam Newton on the Cowboys. That shit would break all kinds of records. That shit would break all kinds of records without a doubt. Would you pick a horse to win in a derby with a broken ankle and a shot shoulder?
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
I remember Chad Hutchinson. Oh, my God. I remember Chad Hutchinson and Drew Henson and then Vinny. Oh, man. We went through quarterback hell there for a while, man. The powers that be never let Cam and Dak happen. You think they hate us now. You have a point there. Cam should go to the Texans. Dak ankle is not broken. Endorsement battle, Cam versus Dak. Cam lost a lot of his, though. If we cut Dak today, we'll be standing in line to sign. If we cut Dak today, you don't really understand how football works, do you? Wow. You can't cut Dak after just signing that contract. Miss Jackie is 100% right because we were like, oh, he couldn't take the pressure of Cam Newton being behind it. It's like, you don't seem to understand what pressure is that Dak has had every day of being the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. It doesn't matter. You need a legit backup. It's like, hello. We don't have a backup quarterback. When you think about Cooper Rush, you say, oh, the team will be in great hands with Cooper Rush, right? What you got to understand is, F your feelings. It's about being in the best position to do what?
You play to win the game.
Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it. That's the great thing about sports. You play to win. And I don't care if you don't have any wins. You go play to win. When you start telling me it doesn't matter, then retire. Get out. Because it matters.
We've had the Dallas Cowboys seasons fall to backup quarterbacks and have not had a lot of success with it. For those that are saying Blake Bortles, or Nick Foles couldn't beat out Andy Dalton as a backup. And Nick Foles right now is more expensive than Cam Newton. And if they don't cut him, you have to trade for him. So you're literally telling me you'd rather give up a draft pick, pay more money to get a guy who couldn't beat out Andy Dalton instead of signing Cam Newton for less money? Just say, Miss Jackie, are you telling me you'd rather stick with Cooper Rush as a backup? Blake Bortles? No, I'm not. I'd take Cam Newton over Blake Bortles, Nick Foles, or anybody else as a backup, or Cooper Rush. I'm out. Y'all won't see Philadelphia until week 1. Oh, really, Philadelphia? Hey, we won't see you till week 1. Yes. I'm okay with that. Cam would be a good backup, but he won't. I don't think it ever happens. I'm just trying to at least open up your minds. I'm just saying, look, the bottom line is you want to try and do the best that you can to try and have the best team that you can and cover as many positions as you can. Cedar Shakes, you are probably right that if Dak goes down, the season's over. Okay? I mean, let's be clear. That you actually hit the nail on the head, even with Cam Newton. Jonathan Kramer, why do you think that that Tony Romo, who's been out for how many years now, getting paid big time to be on TV, come in to be a backup quarterback for Dak Prescott? Why do you even think that would happen? Seriously. Let's see. What have the Eagles, since we've got so many Eagle fans in here? Hang on for a second. Hello? Yeah. Guys, hang on. I'm going to put something on here for you guys. I've got what's going on? No.
You're up, and then James Harris.
Jimmy Johnson, let me first say congratulations on getting into the Hall of Fame. Watching that live on television, that raw emotion was just beautiful. I have so many questions for you. I think about the only way I could get them in is to get a cooler of beer and head out and go fishing with you.
Hi, Mark.
But leaving the University of Miami and coming to the Dallas Cowboys, and at that time they were basically broke, busted, and thoroughly disgusting to watch. Having gone from the pinnacle down to the depths, what was that like? And the second part of this question would be, played football at JMU with Charles Haley, and knowing the character that he is and all the personalities that you had with the Cowboys, how were you able to mold them and keep them focused on the grand prize, which was winning?
Well, first of all, people look back on it and they say it was an easy decision to leave University of Miami. But we had gone through 4 straight seasons where we played a national schedule and been on national television every other week and only lost 2 regular season games. And so we had a powerhouse football team, and I knew it was going to continue that way because we had a great, group of talent. And then going to Dallas, Tom Landry is one of the greatest coaches of all time. Mm-hmm. But they had 3 straight losing seasons. They were at the bottom of the NFL at 3-13 because they just didn't have any talent. And and obviously there were some older players that helped us and winning our Super Bowls. But a lot of it had to do with, I brought in Tony Wise, my offensive line coach, and he put together what is considered one of the greatest offensive lines in NFL history. But he did it with a free agent defensive tackle, Mark Tuinei, at left tackle. He did it with a left guard where the previous staff said get rid of him because he was too fat, Nate Newton. We took a third-round pick, 245-pound offensive guard. I asked Tony, I said, can you convert him to a center? He said, I'll make him into a center. So we moved Stepnoski to center. And then we took a seventh-round pick, Kevin Gogan, who had struggled his early years. We moved him to guard and took a third-round pick, Eric Williams, at right tackle. So, those players hadn't developed, but Tony Wise was able to develop them into a great offensive line. And so, the combination of having some great assistant coaches and acquiring a lot of talent with 51 trades in 5 years, we were able to win that Super Bowl. So it was a great feeling.
Thank you very much on that.
I'll follow up about Charles Haley.
Yes, he was a character.
He is a character, but he is one of my favorites. Charles and I developed a great relationship after a few rocky roads there early in his career at Dallas. We had a couple of run-ins, but we really got together. Really, he came in my office after I had berated him a couple of times at one of the ball games. And he said, Coach, he said, if you will just get on to me one-on-one in your office, he said, I'll do anything in the world for you. I love playing for you. He said, but just don't embarrass me in front of the other players. And I said, Charles, I may not always be able to do that, but I'll try. But from that time forward, we had a great relationship, and he was a big part of us winning Super Bowls.
Thank you very much. And how about them Cowboys?
I should have trademarked that.
James Harris.
I'm sorry, people. I had a bit of a family emergency that's here right now. Where was I? Miss Jackie sent me a text message. What happened to Mark? I'm sorry. I had a family emergency here. Actually, I've got to deal with some stuff right now. What does the character mean? Mark and Jimmy are tight. When are you going fishing? I wish. I had to play it because I had to take a phone call. Miss Jackie, I was trying to see your comment, but it's gone way deep in there. Text me. Do another. We'll do that in just a minute. Like I said, I need to kind of take care of something right now. Okay. Let you down. Let's see. I can't see Cam with the Cowboys. I more than likely, he won't be with the Cowboys. Okay, that's just great talk, and we everybody that gets released is always linked to the Dallas Cowboys. I think Cam is much of a diva. Fill me in. Well, here's what we have. Up here in the corner, we have the list of players thus far that have been cut. Ben DiNucci, Garrett Gilbert, Darian Thompson, Stephen Parker, Tyler Cole, Rondell Carter, Eric Smith, Austin Falua, Otis Mitchell, Isaac Alarcon, who's going to be put into the practice squad program because of being an international player, Jawan Hardy, Braylon Jones, Brandon Knox, and Dante Burton. So that's where everything. Well, not exactly. I got something going on that I'm just kind of dealing. Mark, hope everything is okay. Praying for your brother from Oklahoma. Cam Newton, laugh out loud. Yeah, well, we'll see. I may need to end this stream and take care of some stuff. I've got some things that are going on at the moment, but let me get you guys caught up with everything. I thought Carter did pretty well during the preseason. Also know that the Cowboys may not make a move on a veteran backup until week 2. A vested veteran on the roster, one guarantees a salary for the season. Signing week 2 makes better business sense, which is true. So the Cowboys may not be looking to do anything with that right now. And right now we're still waiting for the next round of cuts. That was the early stuff. And the New Orleans Saints may be playing at AT&T as well as TCU for the next month. They are going to be definitely practicing at AT&T Stadium. How do you feel? Hey, man, do what you do. We're here. Don't feel bad if you need to go. I'm waiting for a text back to see what's going on. Always pay attention to what Dallas is going to do and enjoy your streams. Thank you, Matthew. I appreciate that. You know what? I'm going to play that clip one more time again. I need to make a call real quick, okay? Sorry, this is the only one I have loaded in here. That's the Vinny
You're
link.
up, and then James Harris.
Jimmy Johnson, let me first say congratulations on getting into the Hall of Fame. Watching that live on television, that raw emotion was just beautiful. I have so many questions for you. I think about the only way I could get them in is to get a cooler of beer and head out and go fishing with you.
Hi, Mark.
But leaving the University of Miami and coming to the Dallas Cowboys, and at that time they were basically broke, busted, and thoroughly disgusting to watch. Having gone from the pinnacle down to the depths, what was that like? And the second part of this question would be, played football at JMU with Charles Haley, and knowing the character that he is and all the personalities that you had with the Cowboys, how were you able to mold them and keep them focused on the grand prize, which was winning?
Well, first of all, people look back on it and they say it was an easy decision to leave University of Miami. But we had gone through 4 straight seasons where we played a national schedule and been on national television every other week and only lost 2 regular season games. And so we had a powerhouse football team, and I knew it was going to continue that way because we had a great, group of talent. And then going to Dallas, Tom Landry is one of the greatest coaches of all time.
Mm-hmm.
But they had 3 straight losing seasons there at the bottom of the NFL at 3-13 because they just didn't have any talent. And and obviously there were some older players that helped us, in winning our Super Bowls. But a lot of it had to do with, I brought in Tony Wise, my offensive line coach, and he put together what is considered one of the greatest offensive lines in NFL history. But he did it with a free agent defensive tackle, Mark Tuinei, at left tackle. He did it with a left guard where the previous staff said get rid of him because he was too fat, Nate Newton. We took a 3rd round pick, 245-pound offensive guard. I asked Tony, I said, can you convert him to a center? He said, I'll make him into a center. So we moved Stepnoski to center. And then we took a 7th round pick, Kevin Gogan, who had struggled his early years. We moved him to guard and took a 3rd round pick, Eric Williams, at right tackle. So, those players hadn't developed, but Tony Wise was able to develop them into a great offensive line. And so, the combination of having some great assistant coaches and acquiring a lot of talent with 51 trades in 5 years, we were able to win that Super Bowl. So it was a great.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end the stream right now. I know my man Law Nation is out there. I'll be back in a bit. I've got to deal with some stuff right now, y'all. I appreciate you being here. Mark Holmes mullet, don't worry. I'm going to be doing another drawing later on. We'll be back, okay? But I'm going to turn off the lights right now.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year